It's the middle of the night. Everything is quiet. And suddenly, your child wakes up. No noise, no clear reason. They call for you or come to your room, and you sit there thinking, why are they awake when everything was fine? Let's break this down. Reason 1. Their sleep and brain are still developing. Children don't sleep like adults, even when it looks like they do. They fall asleep easily, but wake up a few hours later. They sleep well for days, then suddenly start waking more often. Or their sleep pattern changes for a short period, then goes back to normal. Sleep happens in cycles. Adults go through these cycles too, but we've learned how to stay asleep through them. Children are still developing that ability, so when they transition between sleep cycles, they're more likely to wake up. But there's something deeper happening too. Their brain is constantly growing, making new connections, developing new skills. During periods of development, often called growth spurts or developmental leaps, sleep can become disrupted, not because something is wrong, but because something is changing. So sometimes, even when everything looks perfect on the outside, their brain is very active on the inside. Stay consistent with routines. Avoid making big changes too quickly. And remind yourself, not every sleep disruption needs a fix, some just need time. Because as the brain matures, sleep naturally stabilizes. Reason 2. Their brain is processing the day. Even when your child seems fine during the day, their brain is still working at night. They experienced something new, learned something different, felt something emotional, even briefly. At night, all of that gets processed. This can show up as sudden wake-ups, restlessness, needing comfort, talking in sleep. Sleep is not just rest, it's processing. Children's brains are constantly organizing experiences, emotions, learning. Because their brain is developing so quickly, this process can sometimes interrupt sleep. So your role as a parent is to create a calm wind down before bedtime, reduce stimulation, add connection, reading, talking, quiet time. This helps the brain settle before sleep begins. Reason 3. They feel something but can't explain it yet. Sometimes your child wakes up not because of behavior, but because of how they feel physically. They might feel slight discomfort, a small stomach ache, teething, growing pains, or they wake up feeling off but don't have the words to explain it. So instead of saying, "My leg hurts," or "I feel uncomfortable," they cry or call for you. Young children don't always understand their own physical sensations, and even when they do, they don't always have the language to express them. So the only way they communicate is through behavior, waking up, crying, seeking comfort. You need to stay observant, look for patterns, ask simple questions, offer comfort first, then try to understand, because sometimes what looks like a sleep issue is actually a communication issue. Reason 4. Small changes you didn't notice. This is the one most parents miss because nothing feels different, but something small actually is. They napped longer than usual. They slept later during the day. They're slightly less tired than normal. Or the room is a bit warmer, a bit colder, a small noise, a slight change in routine, or even a dream or nightmare that felt very real to them. Children are very sensitive to small changes, and their sleep pressure, the feeling of being tired, depends heavily on what happened during the day. So even a small shift, like an extra nap or later sleep, can affect the night. What makes this tricky is these changes often feel insignificant to adults, but for a child's developing system, they're not. Instead of looking for a big reason, start noticing the small ones. Ask yourself, did they nap differently today? Was the routine slightly off? Did anything change, even a little? Small patterns often explain what feels like randomness. So when your child wakes up at night, it's rarely for no reason. It's development, it's processing, it's how they feel, or small changes you didn't notice. If this helped you understand your child a little better, like the video and subscribe for more insights like this, because when you understand the behavior, you stop fighting it and start guiding it.